Hello everyone, after 2 years in recovery, I'm finally ready to share my story. From a little skeleton with no motor control, too weak to even get out of bed, to be back in my body, living as a functional human being. Long story short, I had an event where my liver and consequently my kidneys failed, which led me into a coma. At 33 years old, at the top of my physical condition, I went from almost dying, waking up 7 days later transplanted. After that came a long stay at the hospital due to my very fragile condition. I lost total motor control and I had to restart everything from zero. Literally starting from baby steps, using the wall to support my walk, into slow walks, into wobbly runs. I had to revisit all those phases once again. I had in my hands a great challenge which unknowingly I had been preparing for my whole life. The first thing I started working on while I still couldn't move was my breath and indirectly improve my cardiovascular capacity. Slow, deep breaths can be one of your best friends. Once I got back home, I started doing some strength training, which I called the old grandma workouts due to my very limited condition. I knew if the principles were applied, it would be just a matter of time and just needed to trust the process. Once a week, that's all I did. Same as I used to do before and same as I do now. Couple sets, high intensity can go a long way. As soon as I could, I started introducing parts of my movement practice to help me recover my fine motor control, mobility, coordination, etc. At the same time, a lot of physiotherapy, acupuncture, and other types of body work to help me recover my scar tissue from the incision and my feet, which were dying. The neurological connection was lost, which is something that I'm still working on. My lessons were huge from all that happened. One of them was how to ask and receive help. I was always super giving in my life, but the universe had to show me how to receive gracefully. I was left in this body like a baby, super dependent for everything. And this was a perfect setup for it. I will always be super grateful for everyone who supported me, prayed for me, and was there on my toughest moment. Muito obrigado a todos por todo o amor. Another lesson that I learned was how to be more compassionate with lesser capable bodies. Being an athlete all my life, I used to interpret not doing as a lack of will or desire rather than reality itself. So I was taught in a very intrinsic way. The subtle art of how to be gentle with myself, learning how to pace and respecting this vessel that I pushed and overused countless times, which led me to the understanding of putting myself first rather than my wishes or desires. To communicate more rather than trying to solve everything by myself. We are in this experience together, for the good and for the bad. And trying to carry things by myself is just useless weight. I still keep processing and humbly learning. My intention with this video is not to show you how greatly I overcome what happened to me, but rather to inspire you to overcome the challenges that arise.